help with your progress check 5. And I think you're saying here you think that what they're doing in the answer key has to deal with rounding, and it's not what is happening. They're not making a rounding error or difference. So when we look at this, we're given information about the population. So we have 30% of turtles have a shell length greater than 2, and population E, 20% have a shell length greater than 2. And then they take a random sample of the turtles from both groups, right? And you did everything correct here, because here is asking you to find the difference of p hat, right, from the sample that they took, and you do that correctly. And we can see on the scoring guidelines that your answers, right, really are just absolutely fine. They rounded to 2. You wouldn't have anything counted wrong on what you did here. But we have to be very careful in reading the directions for part B, because part B says what are the mean and standard deviation of the sampling distribution of the difference in the samples. Not just their one sample, but the sampling distribution. And we know about sampling distributions that the population, right, is going to be the values that you need to use, because the sampling distribution, the mean of that is a unbiased estimator of the actual population. So in that instance, you can see that when they're finding the mean, they're not using the sample they took. They're going back to use the actual population, right? And so this is not a rounding mistake that you made, but a misunderstanding of the direction, right? And then this part you got, you're okay. And then let's look down here at part D. What values? Again, you have to make sure that we're looking. So here you have the Z should be this is the right value, and this one is not. And then your standard deviation is wrong because it all came from the top. So just work through using the population values in part B, and then I think you'll be okay. If not, let me know and I'll write out more of an explanation.